Welcome to the video. My name is Paul Dunay. I'm the VP of Marketing for Maximizer, and I'm sitting here with Maggie Fox, the founder and CEO of Social Media Group.
Hi, Paul.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent.
Good.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the social shakeup and how you got involved in the social shakeup. Can you give us a little background on that?
Sure, absolutely. So it's a conference, of course, that we have coming up. We're working on in conjunction with Social Media Today and Blog World.
Right.
It's coming up in Atlanta, September 16th and 17th. You're going to be speaking there, which I'm excited about. And my role on the conference is actually as the host. Mm-hmm. So we were joking earlier that if someone needs to find a bathroom, they can ask me, and I will tell them where it is.
It's more than that.
It's a little more than that, yeah. So it's really my role as part of the conference team is to program it. So to set up the 5 different tracks, actually 5.5, because we have 2 separate tracks on 2 different days. Program it in terms of panelists, what the panels are going to be, and then who would be ideal to fill those roles. So I'm really excited about it because, of course, I've been in this business for an awfully long time, about 7 or 8 years now.
Yes.
And so this is a great chance to reach out to all of the people I've had an opportunity to meet over the years, clients and colleagues, and ask them to come and share their experience. So I'm very excited about this event.
Right, and I believe you've been pretty influential in what those tracks should be. Is there, maybe client experience that you're bringing in that is allowing you to sort of give really relevant topics to those panels and those tracks?
Yeah, I mean, really, we all work, write what you know, right? Working from your own experience. So absolutely, we have tracks on customers and community. We have tracks on big data, mobile, C-suite, the challenges of the C-suite, social business, and of course content. And these all come from the things that I have seen and my organization has seen over the years working with some of the biggest brands in the world. So these are problems that I feel pretty much everybody is facing on one level or another.
Right.
So absolutely the tracks came from that place. And then the panels themselves come from a couple of different areas. Stories that I think need to be told that maybe aren't being well articulated, and then questions and problems we've seen pop up.
Right.
And also too, there's lots of opportunity to talk about things that people haven't really thought through before, and I think this is a great opportunity for us to do that, to sort of bring some of those stories to light.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's go one level down into the tracks themselves. Is there going to be a mix of keynotes or panels, and if so, how did you sort of work that through?
Yes, we really wanted it to be a panel experience. In my experience attending, and I'm sure you do the same, you attend so many conferences every year. I almost feel like I'm an expert. I've never run one before, but I feel like I'm an expert because I go to about 15 of them a year. And so you see that what works well and what doesn't. And to have solo sessions can be challenging because they often become lectures. And if someone is incredibly articulate and has a really amazing viewpoint, I think there's a great opportunity. So we've got a couple of those. We've got some people we're really excited about to come and talk to us about their particular experience. We've got some keynotes, but the keynotes again are not going to be lectures. They're going to be interviews. So I'm going to sit with the keynote speaker, and rather than let them sort of dump their theory on the table, there'll be some challenging questions about how they got there and what is behind it all. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be fun.
Nice.
And then the majority of the conference is actually panels, and we've made a real effort to mix brands, agencies, and vendors.
Great.
So typically what you'll see is an agency partner moderating the panel because they do have that breadth of experience. But we're aiming for at least 2 brands on every panel, and then a vendor in the space. So we're really trying to get that holistic 360 view of the problem itself and all the parties that are available to help solve it.
Excellent. And I know you've got a fantastic network, me being part of that network as well. How are you harnessing that network, and maybe what are your thoughts around adding your network into the mix?
Yeah, well, of course it's always challenging, right? I mean, it's a big thing to sort of reach out and say, hey, we're doing this project, hope it goes well. But I'm lucky enough in that really almost everyone that we've spoken to, with the exception of people who've had conflicts, have been available to attend. So that is endlessly gratifying to me, that I'm reaching out to people and saying, hey, would you give us a day or 2 of your time? And they're saying yes.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to be able to bring, again, the people that I've worked with in the social space, the people we've worked with on the brand side and the vendor side, that sort of gather this big group of people together and bring them all into one place and have them share their perspective. Right. And of course there'll be lots of new voices too. We're really making an effort to not go with people you might see often at conferences, but find folks who have amazing perspectives but have probably been very busy working. And so haven't always had the chance to write the book or go on the speaking circuit. So we're looking for those hidden gems too.
Nice. And as a woman and one of the most visible women in social media, how are you helping to sort of bring in, the voice of some of the, more popular women in social media today? Yeah,
well, I've come to the conclusion, programming this event, that conference organizers that don't have a reasonable representation of women on stage are just lazy, frankly. Going through setting up the panels, we have a commitment to have at least one woman on every stage. In every panel discussion, at least. We're aiming for 50% of the keynotes to be women. And this is Robin Carey, who's the CEO of Social Media Today, and Rick Calvert, who's the head of Blog World. This is our joint vision. This isn't just mine, that we really wanted this to be a part of what we were doing. We wanted to be different and to be right and appropriate. So, reaching out to the network and sort of programming it and looking at the grid and seeing where we could fit people in. It is not very hard to find very accomplished, amazing, articulate women. And luckily they've all been saying yes to share their story. So, we're getting those practitioners on stage that are female. So, anyone who talks about, being unable to find women for conference events,
you're not buying it.
I'm not buying it.
Excellent.
I'm not buying it.
Excellent. Well, both of us have been doing some of the moderation of a lot of the Social Media Today webinars, and I can tell you they are a very passionate group. How have you sort of been able to reach out to them and maybe bring them a little bit into this event as well?
So the attendees at the webinars or the participants? Because we've certainly been...
A little both.
Yeah, we've certainly been reaching out to the participants. It's such a great way to surface, again, folks that you may not have known about. So I'm certainly going back through the archive and remembering some of the most compelling webinars and reaching out to those folks and asking if they would join us. And, very hopeful that they'll say yes. And then the attendees themselves, we're offering them discounts to attend the event, because of course they're loyal participants in these webinars over the years, and and starting to share some of the content that we're creating. So we'd love for them to attend. If they enjoy the webinar, we're hopeful that they'll enjoy 2 full days of similar powerful discussions.
Right. My one wish, having done a lot of those webinars and seen a lot of the very same people, interacting and asking questions, 3-4 questions per webinar, would be that we give them a chance to get their voice up on stage.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Whether that's actually being on stage or at least being able to tweet a question and that getting responded to, because they're so participant driven, and that's one thing I really love about those particular webinars.
That's great. Well, maybe what we should do is one of the next, because I think you're doing the next one, because I'm doing something else next week. So you're doing the next one. Maybe we should ask. How would you like to participate?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Right?
Why don't we talk to Robin about that? We should. Yeah, we should.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Maggie. Appreciate it. And we'll see you again on another Social Media Today video.
That's right. And hopefully you can join us at the Social Shakeup in Atlanta, September 16th and 17th.